What's going on, fellow humans of the world? This video we're going to be putting that roof rack in, the one that we took off and then decided to put back on. We're going to be putting this roof rack onto them rails which I just put in the previous video, and the plan is this. So this is the rail that's already on the roof. We're going to put some washers. There's a bolt going all the way from the channel to the top. We're going to put a spacer. It's just an aluminium, it's just an aluminium tube, and then another washer, and then that will be the roof rack. And then there's another washer and a bolt, and that should stay intact. Fingers crossed. Righty, time to sand off these heads. So I've given the ladder a reno. We've just got a pool noodle, and we got some zip ties. So this, go in the bloody bin. Let's So the plan is to measure the distance from one rail to the other, make sure it's consistent the whole way down. That would be perfect, because we're going to be drilling the holes into the roof rack. Let's see how it goes. So it's all exactly 132 centimeters from inside the channels, so it means I don't have to do any special cuts. I can just measure the whole thing on the ground, drill the holes. Let's go. So what I'm going to do is measure the width, find the center point, and then I'm going to add 66 centimeters on each side, which will come to 132. Why are you not working in millimeters? You're working in centimeters. Who does that? This guy, because I'm dumb. I guess you could also do it as 160 in width, take away 132, which leaves 28, divided by 2 is 14, and then take away 14 off each side. Maths. Here's the one I just did. Have a bloody look at that. Oh. Now I wish I had a drill press just so I could drill these holes straight down all the way through to the other side, but the frame's way too big, so I'm going to have to drill the lines on the other side and then drill one side, flip it over, drill the other side so that the holes are dead straight, because you don't want the bolts like this. Nice. So now we're moving on to the drop saw. We're just going to cut these aluminium tubes to a length. I'm just going to clamp this piece of wood just so that they're all the exact same length. Let's do it. So I'm going to need exactly 30mm spacers. So I'll hold my measure tape down like so on the blade. Bang. Bring this piece of wood up to the 30. There she is. Give the old piece of wood a clamp down. There it is. Alrighty, it's easier flipped this way because the saw will actually drop. Silly me. 30 mil seemed way too high on the roof, so we're going to go 20. So that's 20 mil spacer on the roof, and it's just higher than the roof, which is perfect. And we're going to have 2 washers anyway, so we'll raise it a little bit more, but that's looking great. So that's the roof rack sanded back. I've now bought myself a spray gun. It's a real cheap one, and the theory is if it's cheap it might be crap, but then you learn to use something crap that makes you good at something good. So we got a spray gun, and then we got a black, it's a gloss black, and we got a primer, which is an etch primer because it's aluminium. Spray the primer on, spray the black on, got some thinner. Let's try it out. Let's check it out. So that is the 2 layers of prime. The gun was pretty good. It was pretty fiddly to work out at the beginning, but it ended up spraying pretty equal spray. Right, so my face is bleeding, but that is the primer done. I decided to turn the roof rack this way, so we'll spray on the next coat, because then I can get inside here. Bang, 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 bang. It's going to be beautiful. We'll see how it goes. Let's spray the black. Alrighty, new day. Primer's dry. Going to be spraying the black. I'm just going to thin down the black with a thinner, just so it sprays on a bit easier. It's a bit watery. So I'm just going to sand back a bit of this primer, just because a little bit of debris got into it. I've got a 240 grit, so I'm just going to be tickling it. I'm not going to be going crazy. And then the black should spray on very, very nicely. Obviously a bit of debris went into it. Look at all that sawdust. So that's the roof rack sprayed up. It looks pretty good under here, but the real test is under the sunlight. Hopefully it's all good, because I cannot be bothered to spray anymore. I'm just going to fit these in now, which is just the bolt. I've got a washer, the spacer, another washer. I'm going to have to align them all pretty much perfectly on the roof, just so that I can drop this roof rack onto these bolts and then put the nut on top. Ready?
Get the tree. Why are you still holding it?
Because
It's okay. Am I coming up the ladder?
yeah, if you wanna.
I don't want to. I want to get back to my roof.
So that is the roof rack in. I just used some washers and some Loctite nuts just to tighten them down. They're not going anywhere. It's all pretty stable. I might just cut down these, maybe, potentially, I don't know, or just add some like cargo clips to them so you can attach your surfboard, whatever on the roof. We'll work it out. So this is what it looks like from the ground. It looks pretty good. It looks a lot less tradie. And it's obviously straight now, which is great. The back piece, obviously it's not attached right at the back, and it is a little bit springy, so maybe I don't build the deck on that. I'm not too sure. I might actually just shift the whole thing along. It's just a skylight on this ridge here, which I could probably end up putting in this one, so the whole thing gets shifted. So that's about all we got time for today. I think I'm going to work out the deck in another day because it's just blowing my mind. But that's the roof rack up for the time being. Maybe I'll shift it, maybe I won't, I don't know. But stay tuned, we'll find out what happens.